Yeah, shifting gears to the Devin Haney fight. What did you think? Because I got a chance to be there ringside. Grateful for that, and got a chance to talk to a bunch of fighters, and a lot of them were just kind of like he was moving a lot. He was moving excessively, and I see like kind of other people are saying some of the same things. He doesn't really look the same, moving a lot. What do you think, man?
I think that we've got to give him more than a one fight comeback assessment. I think that he was off for a long time after that Ryan fight. Got hit with some big shots. It doesn't count as a loss on his record, but he was knocked down. The punches still landed. He was concussed. He was dropped 3 times and probably a little embarrassed. Social media, you go through a lot. I think these guys take off too long after a loss and it lets it just seep into you and marinate and it kind of messes you up. Um, so I want to judge him on like let's see him have a couple of fights back before we go crazy because Ramirez didn't do much and Devin probably was in a position where it's like, do I take a chance and screw up this huge payday that I got with Ryan? I think he was a little conservative, or do I go step on it? Because Devin is caught, between a rock and a hard place. He tried to be violent and step to Ryan. It didn't work. He got dropped 3 times. He well, first he lost the fight, then he had the no contest, and then when he tries to box, people call him boring. So he's a young guy. I think he's still trying to find himself. So maybe he needs a couple more fights to kind of get his mojo back. I don't want to make excuses for him, but I think it's kind of tough to judge a guy off of one performance back after the other guy was on drugs and you know and he had a pretty long layoff. So let's see how he looks after a couple fights and then kind of give him a good assessment.
100%. I do agree, but just based off of what you saw, and not saying that that's going to be the Devin Haney that's going to be in his next fight, and for years to come and whatever. But from what you saw, did he look like the same Devin, or did he look a little gun shy, a little, you know, little nervy in there?
Um, I'm being as honest as I can. I think you gotta give him some time. I don't want to call a guy gun shy who was off all that time and just coming back and he has a big fight on the horizon and he looked like to me I mean you might be right. I don't have to be right, but he looked like to me he was being conservative because he knew he had the Ryan fight in the bag and he didn't want to take no chances and mess up his big payday. So I can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't a great performance. I ain't gonna act like it was. It wasn't a great performance, but maybe he was just wanted to do just enough to win and get to the next fight. I don't know. Let's just see. I think we got to just wait and see and just be fair and give it a little bit more time. If he fight like that for 3, 4 fights in a row, then it's like, okay. But right now, just one fight, I think we got to give him a little bit more grace.
Do you want to see the fight with Ryan Garcia immediately right now? Considering Ryan just lost, or do you think they should kind of go their separate ways, rebuild themselves to a certain degree, then come back to fight each other?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I can't really say. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be a hard fight to sell. Ryan lost to Raleigh. Devin didn't look great. It's gonna be a hard fight to sell.